What's up guys, today we're playing Epic 7 and today is day 120 in our Noob to Awesome free-to-play series. We only have 2 more videos to go before we give this account away to a lucky subscriber. I'm going to make a video on what you should expect from your daily routine. We're also going to try and make a 5-star pet. After that, we'll do an account review showing you how much progress you could achieve in 120 days and then let someone else take over this account to love. Now, if you want to get into Epic 7 and you want an account that's already into endgame, subscribe today and stay tuned for that giveaway coming up next week. Let's go now into Labyrinth. I did forget Malicious Consciousness. I will be doing the last boss on there as well. And as Macalus of Cycle, I want to go in and to buy a nice necklace to level up today. I think that I'm done or almost done with all of the Hell Raid for this month. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that out before giving it to this new person. Looks like I have one more boss to go, and that's it. Well, we're coming down into Alexa, the logistics officer. I have 27 here today. What I really want to buy is this necklace. This is going to be so good. Such a great necklace right here. And then, you know what, we're going to save up a little bit, and maybe when the new person comes in and takes over this account, they can buy a ring or they can come in and buy a weapon. Now, don't forget, if you yield here, that you're not going to lose out on your entry token. That's very important. Once a day, you can go in and buy that necklace or whatever item that you want, and it will repopulate every single day. So if you're sitting on just a ton of this currency, then that's how you're going to use it. Every day, just go in, spend a little bit, and you'll get caught up in no time. Well, this necklace is so good, it has to be the best necklace in the game, right? No matter how it rolls, it's going to be extremely useful if it rolls all into health and crit. Then, of course, we're going to put it on someone like a Shu. Maybe even we put it on someone like a Ravi, someone who needs to be really bruiser and crit. If it rolls a lot into attack, crit, health, anything like that, we're going to find a nice home for this on just a ton of heroes that use those stats. And, of course, have a single target attack. Now, what we want in level 88 gear is to start with a 32. We start with a 42. That is amazing. And then by level 15, I want to be as close to 100 as I can. As long as it passes 90, I consider that to be a good piece. So let's see how this rolls today. I've got a lot of heroes that I could use it on. We get a min roll. A min roll and the crit chance. That's not amazing. No. Can we get something? Okay. We get some health, almost max, 9 is the highest. We get an 8. That, I mean, doesn't exactly make up for it, but we get a 3 into speed. Still, we're at a 71 here at a +9. We want to be at a 62, so we're way ahead of anything that you're normally going to get level 88 or level 90 gear. We get a +4 there into speed. This is not too bad. Now, don't forget, if you don't know, attack does work on an HP-based hero. So if you put this on like a Shu, even though she does most of her damage scaling on attack, every hero in the game gets additional damage based on attack, even if they're scaling on speed, defense, or HP. So you haven't lost anything if it rolls into maybe your last roll into attack or something like that. You haven't lost anything. Let's go ahead and see if we can knock this one out. I'm going to use up some of these powders. 54. That's, I mean, it's okay. Now, one thing I don't like, one thing that you'll notice me doing a lot is I edge up toward that end ranking. Because if you go over while you're leveling up a hero, you get a refund of some kind. If you go over when you're leveling up gear, no refund. And I just hate wasting resources. Just hate it. But there we go, our final roll. We get into a 95. This is going to be a great piece on a lot of those HP bruisers. I think this might even work really well going into some of your other different types of bruisers that you might have that maybe you're not HP based, but you want to be a little more tanky. So again, doesn't matter how this rolls, it's going to be a fantastic piece at a 95. With a reforged level 85 piece, I would be totally happy with this score, and I'm definitely going to find a home for this. Let's go now and look at some of our heroes. I'm going to try and get a little bit more gear for this account. I'm also going to try and make some more level 60s before I give it away. Now, this is Savior Aiden. You get her after finishing episode number 4, and she is very good in the meta because a lot of the dark heroes have transitioned away, and now it's a mostly light meta. Now, we don't really see a lot of heroes that are targeting Savior Aiden, and she can sit back, do a lot of damage. Before, when there was a lot of Aravis out there, I really couldn't use her because she eventually wouldn't dodge and then she would just get one-shotted. Now I have her on some okay gear, just 2 pieces right now. I have maybe going for a speed and crit chance set. Now she also works on destruction. You can put her on penetration. She also works on torrent set. These are just some free pieces. I also have some pieces of that torrent that rolled really well into crit chance. You see 15 crit here, and defense, which is good on someone like a Savior Aiden. It's also very good onto somebody like a Mercedes. This piece here, really great into crit chance, really great into speed as well. But that means that we either have to fill these pieces here with something like a destruction or something like a speed. Right now on this account, I've mostly been farming Wyvern because that team just sort of fell into my lap, and they're clearing it in about 1 minute to 1 minute 35 seconds, depending on your RNG and depending on, how many times that you're able to counter and land. But I think that what this means is that we're probably going to go for speed, and I think we're going to go for helmet and the chest plate and also the boots and see kind of where that lands us and make another hero that we can utilize. Let's see if we can get lucky here. We're going to try this epic craft again. Hopefully we get something on the helmet. No luck with helmets tonight. No luck at all. We see a defense. Oh, 2 flats. Never roll anything with 2 flats because my luck is just not going to go into those. Let's go ahead and we're going to try some chest plates. Hopefully we get something here. So far, not seeing it. Not seeing it at all. We see a flat here as well, and another flat. Too low. This one, okay. But who are you going to put this on? Crit damage, health, and to the effect resist. On a hit set, no less. Now we see 23 here. This one could actually be pretty good. We see a max roll into crit chance, a near max roll into crit damage here, and a 2 into speed. This for a 4, it'd be great. Let's go ahead and we're going to try that piece. We're going to try and see what happens. Maybe we'll have a little bit more luck with the chest plates. Let's go in. Flat. Don't like it. Don't like it. This one again, 23. Oh, it's exactly the same. Wow, exactly the same piece. That will be interesting. See how those ones run. All right, and now we see speed, health, crit damage, effect resist. This one's actually a pretty good piece. We see the health, effect resist, and the speed here. Ideally, this would be a defense at the bottom, then it'll be perfect. Now also, consider this. If it runs into a lot of the crit damage, you can put it on that new Lilia, so we're going to run that one. This one, pretty good. Speed, health, defense, effect, resist. We're going to run that one as well. Wow, okay. Let's lock all of these, and let's go roll some gear. Oh, wait. Epic craft. Let's fail another helmet. Let's go ahead. We're going to do it. Crit chance, effectiveness, health, defense. Okay, it's not bad. It's not awful, but no heroes that I'm really going to pull this on. So let's go back and we're going to roll some of these chest plates now. Let's go ahead and start with the lowest gear scores first. Now again, this is the lowest gear score I'm willing to accept. It rolls a 3 into speed. It's worth seeing if it rolls triple speed now. It does not roll triple speed. I want at least a 41 by +6, and I get a 42. So this is going to be the minimum that I'm going to accept. Let's go see what one of the other ones roll. Maybe those roll a little bit better. That one's pretty good. I'm not going to roll that one yet. Let's go ahead and see how this one rolls. Okay, 6 into crit damage. Rolling a little bit different on this one. and a 3 there. 42, it rolled exactly the same. So weird. So weird how that works, right? You get 2 exactly the same, and they roll pretty much exactly the same as well. Let's roll this one next. Maybe we can get a penta-roll speed. We don't. We get a min roll. We get a min roll. Of course. Of course. Okay. And then we get a +7, a max roll. So a min followed by a max at a +6. I want to have a 47 here. I have a 52. So that one is not too bad. Again, I need something for that new Lilius. It rolls another min into effect resist. Not having that kind of luck today, I guess. Just one of those days. Let's take it to a +12. We do get a very good roll into speed. And I want to have at least a 66. I'm aiming for a 70. So this one, not too bad, not too bad. I think we're going to go ahead and take this up to a +12. And then we can put that onto that Lilius, right? I think this one's going to roll out pretty well. Let's see if I can get, I think I want, obviously, one more into speed. If not, one into crit damage, I think would also be okay. And we get a pretty low roll into health. Oh man, not having that luck. But we get an 83. That's not too bad. I want to have at least an 80, so an 83 will now reforge into an okay piece of gear that we can put down onto that Lilius. 95. I want over a 90, as close to 100 as I can possibly get. Let's go ahead and pull this one down as well. This is going to be a combination that I really like. Speed, health, defense, effect, resist, all works really well. This, though, not great. I get a min roll. I think 4 is the lowest roll that I could possibly get into health. So a min roll plus a min roll equals what I would consider to be a decent roll before you even start rolling. Oh, man. Oh, man. But we get a +4 here. Now at a 45, I want to be at a 47. So even though I got these 2 low rolls, not too bad. Let's go ahead and try and keep going. We get a +6 or a 5 and a 5 average. 53, I want to be at a 57. So this is very low for what I would want. Basically, this is going to be like heroic gear, right? This is not going to be the standard that I'm after on epic pieces. But if you do need this kind of gear to beef up some of the heroes that you have, maybe you have something like a Tamarin, maybe you have something like a Montmorency, or maybe you have something like a new Luluka that just came out, right? This might be an okay piece if we can get 2 decent rolls at the end. Let's say like a 7 and a 7 would then save this piece and put us on track, but it really depends on where you are in your game. I'm pretty new, so let's go ahead and keep going. Don't want to do that. Let's go with 3 of these. Okay, we get triple roll here. I want a 65. Now I rolled a 4 and a 5. That's a 9. Then I don't even know what that last one was. It was pretty good though. It can't roll a 9. It must have been an 8 roll. Yeah, it was. It was an 8 roll. So max roll. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. So I want to have a 66. I get a 65. So this one I think is pretty good. There's a lot of heroes to use it on. So let's go ahead. I think we're going to keep going. Let's pull down 200. You don't want too many of these, though. Don't want too many of them. There's only so many heroes that take this kind of gear, right? Now, what do we want here? Obviously, a speed roll would be good. A max roll in anything would be fantastic. That would be very welcome. This is the one time where effect resist would be okay. And we get a 3 into speed, 78. I want an 80, so pretty good there. Can I even reforge it? I don't have that much reforge mats left. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, not too bad at all. And this one comes out to a 90. All right. Okay. It's not too bad. I'll take that. We can get 90 all day long. 90s will work out for us. Let's go ahead and run this one. Three into crit chance. Oh man, no luck today. No luck today. Then we get a 5 into crit chance, so a 4 and a 4, not too bad. 47 is right where I want to be on an epic piece, or a 41 for a heroic piece. So pretty good, pretty good. If we can get a 4 roll here into this the speed, I think that we would be in good shape. And we get a 3 roll. I want a 57 when I roll an epic piece. I get a 56 here, so this piece is definitely worth taking up. Now we don't see this plus 12 roll, so what we want here is something like maybe a defense. We might even want a crit damage. We want a maybe effectiveness. I think that would be pretty good. I really hate rolling these heroic pieces of plus 12 though. Now you have to think to yourself, when I'm rolling heroic level gear, no matter what it rolls on plus 12, I'm taking it up to a plus 15 because I'm going to have to modify this, right? So no matter what it rolls, I'm taking it to a plus 15. It rolls flat health. Of course it rolls flat health. We get a 64. I want at least a 66. And we didn't get 66 because this is a flat health, right? This had rolled something like a 6% into defense or resist or anything. And that would have been right on track for what we want. But where we are in the game, these pieces are definitely usable. But definitely don't roll too many of them. The more these pieces you roll, the more you're going to have to replace. I also cannot reforge it. I don't have enough reforged materials right now. It's going to take a little bit more farming. Don't roll flat. Okay, good. When I'm rolling a heroic piece of gear, I want to have a 74, so I'm above that, but below my 80 threshold for epic piece of gear. And again, it's because of this one here. So we can modify this into something. Now, I don't know who we want to modify yet. Push the wrong button. We want to maybe take it into 4 or an 8 defense. We can also bring it in to a crit damage. That will roll a 5 to a 7 onto crit damage. One thing I just remembered is I do have a helmet that did not roll exactly the way I wanted to, but had great starting value. So let's go ahead and we're going to reset this one. Now, as you reset, I believe that you lose every kind of material that you put into it, but you get that piece of gear back. So let's see now how that piece of gear is going to roll. And hopefully we get something for our Aiden. Where is it even? Because I have it by acquisition, I don't see where it is. There we go. Starting value 31. Let's see if we can get up to a decent piece. We get an 8 roll into health. This is exactly how it rolled last time. Exactly how it rolled. And we get, we get a 6 into health. Now I want to have, I think, a 47. Yes, I have a 51. This is turning out exactly the way I thought it would turn out. Thank you, Smilegate. Thank you so much. I get an 8 into attack. Okay, wait a second. I want a 57. I got a 62. Wait a second here, though. Can we bring this back? Is that what's going to happen right now? Is that what's going to happen? We're going to bring it back? Maybe not that much. Let's go here. Oh my goodness. You know, can we? I need some crit chance. Maybe even some speed here. I want at least one roll into crit chance. I don't get it, but we get a 72. Now I want a 66 here. I get a 72, so we are above what we need, but not the way I wanted it to roll. And I'm not going to take this back again. We have a very decent score here, and we can turn this into some decent bruiser gear. Disappointing, but I don't think that it's a total loss. Here we go. Crit chance. A 5 and a crit chance. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, great. 87. 87. Wow, that is an amazing gear score. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted for sure, with too many rolls into health, but still an amazing score. Now, an 87, what do you think that's going to reforge into? I'm thinking that is going to be 100. 100. Let's see what it looks like. 100 even. Wow. Great guesser. I'm so good at that. I don't know why. I'm just so good at guessing what these gear scores are going to be. There's really no rhyme or logic to it. I mean, I know how it's calculated, right? We made that video on how all these gear scores are calculated, but there was really no reason that I would suspect it would get to a 100 even. That was just a very lucky guess. This piece, really, really fantastic. Now we can go and put this onto our Savior Aiden. And with that, I think we only need one more piece. So let's see if we can get some boots here for our Aiden. You know, I don't have enough to reforge. I also don't have enough materials to suspect that I'm going to be getting something. But let's try anyway. This one has that flat. That's too bad. I'm also going to be taking crit chance here onto the reforge, because I do like to have a crit chance pair of boots, and well, almost to a reforge there. This one is a flat main stat. I don't take flat main stat on any piece of right side gear except for a speed piece on the boot, so not going to do it. This piece too low. We're going to go ahead and we are going to sell that piece. Now this piece, not too bad at all. 30 starting value, pretty good. No one we can use it on yet, so let's go ahead and lock that one down until we think of someone a little bit later. All right, let's see what else we can get here. Let's go ahead and start culling the lot. Wow, that was fast. That was so fast. If you guys notice, I always sell the epic gear here instead of taking it down to an extraction, because it's just better. It's just better. You get more gold. Let's go ahead and reforge one pair of boot, or conversion? Yeah, conversion. Okay, wow, hey, not bad. Crit chance, attack, crit damage, defense, pretty good. Low gear score, but you can make up some of that gear score as we're going through and maybe getting a couple of max rolls. So let's see if we can get that. It's not an exact science rolling this gear. It's not an exact science. I want to have at least a 29. I get a 24 or a 25 here. But it has everything that I want, so this is worth it to me to try and see if we get a really good roll to bring us back on track. We get a max roll into crit damage at a +3. I want to be at a 38. I'm now at a 37, so very nice. Can I get another one? A 5 max roll into crit chance. This is a perfect example of how the game can help you just reel it back from the brink and give you a decent piece. We get a 7 into attack. Wow, okay. Fantastic. I want a 57, not a 56. So we started 4 below our target, and now we're 1 below our target because of those awesome rolls. And I think this is going to do it for Aiden, honestly. I think that she is going to look really great in this pair of boot. Okay, what was that, a 6? We get a 6. 66 is what I want. I get a 66. Definitely taking this to a +12. Let's do it, y'all. Let's go. And this is going to finish out a pretty, a newbie build, of course, a newbie build, but pretty decent for our initial Savior Aiden. Because we didn't roll anything into effectiveness, you could also bring this on someone like a Vivian, right? We can bring Vivian in to do a lot of work into hunts, especially into Banshee, and I also like to use her into A13. So take your pick. Now, what we usually see here is we're going to see this defense, right? If I can roll into anything else other than defense, that would be perfect. But it's definitely going to roll into defense. And there it is, our defense roll. This game is so predictable. So predictable. We get a pretty low roll. It's not an amazing roll. It's pretty average. I want to average 6 here. I get a 5. That brings us to a 78, but still really good. Let's go ahead and we're going to reforge this. It's going to come down to about a 95. 93. I was off there, but still pretty good. Now you can choose if you want to modify this out of defense into something like a health, right? That will pull in a roughly about the same roll. Whether you go into health or you go into effectiveness, you should get pretty decent. So overall, we can change it around. Now, I didn't want to roll into that, but even though it rolled into it, still a very good piece. Let's go, Savior Aiden. We had some amazing luck today. Not too bad. Hopefully some of that luck continues as we go through and try and build out a lot of these heroes before we give this account away. Now let's go and look at our helmet. This is going to be something that we can definitely utilize for right now. Not going to reforge this, and it came out to a 100. We also have this chest plate right here. This one rolled out not too bad at all. I wanted to have a 77 minimum onto a epic level piece of gear. I get a 77 on heroic, which is very good, and then we rolled this pair of boots as well. Let's get all that gear onto her. Now I don't have her necklace. Let's see, we would probably be sniping this necklace here. That puts us over. That puts us over. Also, I think that we can then reforge this piece. Let's go ahead and modify it into some crit damage. Hopefully I get a 7. We do get a 7. That never happens. 82. 82 now. 2 score higher than my target on an epic piece of gear. When we go ahead and reforge this, this is going to turn out pretty good. Probably a 90. We get a 93. Man, not too bad at all. Just missing one more piece in the necklace, and best of all, I only need a 4 crit chance to completely max her out with that necklace. I don't think I even have a necklace right now that would match. I don't think I have one. This one's a +5. Hey, that's actually pretty good. I can take this one off of Arbiter, put this one from Leica onto Arbiter, and now we're going to have a very, very decent hero that we can then build and utilize until we're able to bring in some more gear. Ideally, what I would want is to get closer to 4K attack here, but we can't really do that once you have a weapon that only has a +6, right? This one here at a 17, not too bad, but we need more attack on that weapon to bring her up closer to a 4K. Other than that, pretty good. We have some wasted stats here onto effectiveness that ideally I would want to go into crit damage, but as you're leveling up, as you're getting more gear, as you're rolling more gear, that then translates into upgrades. Then you take that gear, you put it onto someone else, and now you can start to build that arsenal, that repertoire, that army that you can take into battle, swap them out, also go into Ancient Inheritance, also go into a lot of the Rift, and a lot of the content that we're seeing coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Give me a like so other people just like you can find it as well. Until next time, happy hunting and good luck on your battles.